Texas is a state that is filled with natural beauty. When you explore the natural attractions located within the state of Texas, you can't simply ignore the lakes. There are dozens of lakes located within Texas. They range from small lakes to large lakes that contain shorelines with hundreds of miles. If you are looking for a lakefront vacation, you can think about visiting one of the biggest lakes in Texas. Continue to read and we will share information about the biggest lakes that you can find in Texas as of now. 1. Toledo Bend Reservoir, largest man-made lake in Texas. Toledo Bend Reservoir is not a natural lake, but a man-made lake. You can call it the largest man-made lake within the state. This lake is covering an area of over 185,000 acres. In other words, Toledo Bend Reservoir is covering a massive area of over 749 square kilometers. However, you should keep in mind that this lake is not fully located within the state of Texas. A part of this lake is located within Louisiana state as well. This is also the largest lake in Texas by volume. The region where the Toledo Bend Reservoir sits as of now was often being flooded back in the day. Due to the same reason, it was not possible for people to establish a community. This is where the officials came up with the idea of using the piece of land for the construction of a lake. This lake was constructed for recreational, agricultural, industrial, and municipal purposes. Constructions of the Toledo Bend Reservoir started back in the year 1963. However, the construction activities of the biggest man-made lake in Texas were completed by the year 1969. Since then, it is one of the most purposeful water bodies available within Texas as of now. One of the main purposes of Toledo Bend Reservoir is to cater to the recreational needs of people who are living within the state. It has a massive shoreline that extends up to 1,200 miles. Hence, people are provided with numerous recreational activities. Some of the most popular recreational activities that you can find here include sightseeing, hunting, camping, fishing, picnicking, boating, and swimming. You can also find how numerous tournaments are being held at the shorelines of Toledo Bend Reservoir throughout the entire year. Greater than read, biggest lakes in the United States of America, top 20 greater than. Greater than learn about the Lake Superior, largest lake in the USA. 2. Green Lake, largest natural lake in Texas. Green Lake is the largest natural lake that you can find in the state of Texas. This is a tidal lake, which is located within Calhoun County of Texas. The lake has been formed from the flood basin of the Guadalupe River. The main reason why this lake is being called Green Lake is because of the green-colored water that you can find in it. The overall lake is covering 40 square kilometers of area. It is believed that this lake was formed around 2,500 years ago. You can find numerous settlements around this lake as well. This is the biggest natural lake in Texas. Hence, people who are interested in natural beauty are getting attracted to it. You can find numerous forests around Green Lake. They include forests that are filled with cedar, black willow, pecan, hackberry, American elm, and green ash. Towards the south of the lake, you can find a wetland habitat, which is filled with birds including egrets. You can find numerous species of fish living on the water of Green Lake as well. Out of them, trout and redfish are the most prominent. You can discover a comprehensive ecosystem around this lake. You should go there and explore what is being offered to you. Greater than read, biggest lakes in Ohio, top 20 greater than. Greater than learn about the largest and deepest lake in Ohio. 3. Lake Ray Hubbard, the biggest lake in Dallas. You can find numerous lakes in Dallas as well. Out of them, Lake Ray Hubbard is the biggest lake that you can find. This lake is belonging to the counties of Dallas, Rockwall, Collin, and Kaufman. The lake was constructed along with the establishment of the Rockwall Forney Dam. The total area of this lake is 22,745 acres, which is equivalent to 90 square kilometers. The lake is having a total storage capacity of 600 million cubic meters. The initial name of this lake was Forney Lake. That's because the lake was located in close proximity to Forney. However, Dallas later incorporated the lake and wanted to change the name. That's where the name of the lake was changed to Lake Ray Hubbard, in honor of Ray Hubbard, who worked for Dallas and Recreation Park. Fishing is one of the most popular activities that you can find in this lake. You will be able to find numerous species of fish in this lake. They include white bass, hybrid striped bass, channel catfish, largemouth bass, white crappie, blue catfish, and alligator gar. If you are looking for a perfect fishing spot around Dallas, you can think about visiting Lake Ray Hubbard without keeping any doubts in mind. Greater than read, biggest lakes in New York, top 20 greater than. Greater than learn about the largest clear clean water lake in New York. 4. Lake Livingston, third largest lake in Texas. Lake Livingston is the third largest lake in Texas that you can find as of now. The third largest lake in Texas is also a man-made one. As of now, this lake is fully managed by the Trinity River Authority of Texas. The main objective of this lake is to supply water for the people in the state of Texas. As of now, water that is being used in Lake Livingston is used to provide water for agricultural, municipal, and industrial requirements. The lake is located on the basin of the Trinity River. It belongs to the Galveston and Houston metropolitan areas. The lake has been able to contribute a lot towards the economic development of the region as well. Along with that, you can also see how numerous commercial and public recreation facilities have been formed around the lake. If you are looking for a lake to engage in recreational activities, you can think about visiting Lake Livingston as well. Some of the most prominent recreational activities that you can find here include camping. You can even find full-service marinas near the lake. On the other hand, you can find many motel accommodations, which are located along the shoreline of the lake. Greater than read, biggest lakes in Pennsylvania, top 20 greater than. Greater than learn about the shallowest lake in Pennsylvania. 5. Sam Rayburn Reservoir. People who are interested in exploring the largest body of water in Texas can take a look at Sam Rayburn Reservoir as well. That's because it is holding the second position under the largest lakes in Texas in order. This lake is covering a total area of over 114,500 acres. The Sam Rayburn Reservoir is located in close proximity to the Angelina National Forest. In fact, this lake is being fed through the Angelina River. This lake is quite popular for the outstanding recreational opportunities offered for the people as well. Some of the most popular recreational activities include camping and fishing. The Sam Rayburn Reservoir is located between Longview and Beaumont in East Texas. The lake is having a relatively long shoreline as well. In fact, the shoreline is expanding up to a distance of 600 miles. If you are planning to visit the Sam Rayburn Reservoir for recreational purposes, you should think about coming during the summer season. That's because you can find many activities happening around the reservoir during the summer season. For example, you will be able to rent a cabin located near the lake. On top of that, you can also find numerous condos and lake houses available for you to stay and have a great time along with your loved family members. Make sure that you come to Sam Rayburn Reservoir and spend at least a week so that you can get the best experience out of your stay. Greater than read, biggest lakes in Illinois, top 20 greater than. Greater than learn about the largest body of water wholly contained within Illinois. 6. Falcon Reservoir. Among the largest lakes in Texas by surface area, Falcon Reservoir is holding a prominent place. The lake is located next to the Falcon International Reservoir. People who are coming to enjoy their time at the Falcon State Park prefer to stay near the Falcon Reservoir and have a great time. You will be able to find numerous camping spots around the lake as well. The Falcon Reservoir is covering a total area of 570 acres. Hence, you can even compare it with the biggest lake in Texas. The stay that you spend near the Falcon Reservoir will be a relaxing one. That's because it is a great escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. You can also engage with numerous water sports while you are staying near the Falcon Reservoir. On top of that, you can find multiple short hiking trails around the lake as well. The best thing about Falcon Reservoir and the state park located next to it is that it will never get noisy and crowded, even during the summer season. Hence, you will be able to have a peaceful time when you are staying here. However, it is highly recommended for you to come near Falcon Reservoir during the spring season. That's because water levels in the Falcon Reservoir are relatively low during the summer season. Hence, you will be provided with rocky terrain. The nights that you spend by the Falcon Reservoir would be fascinating. That's because you can have a great time with stargazing. There aren't any city lights near you to obscure the view of stars that you can witness during the nighttime. Greater than read, biggest lakes in Florida, top 20 greater than. Greater than learn about the deepest lake in Florida. 7. Lake Texoma. Lake Texoma is established in the place where the Red River and Washita River are combining with each other. You can call this one of the largest lakes in the state of Texas. One of the most prominent facts about this lake is that it is a highly developed lake. If you are looking for a natural lake, this might not be the best option as the area surrounding this lake is highly developed. The Lake Texoma is not a naturally developed lake. It was constructed along with the development of Denison Dam. The lake is covering both Oklahoma and Texas counties. The lake is covering a total floor area of over 36,000 hectares. You can find numerous cities and natural parks around Lake Texoma. Hence, you will be able to find coming to the Lake Texoma throughout the entire year. Inside the Lake Texoma, you can discover numerous small islands as well. According to recent studies, it has been identified that around 6 million people are coming to Lake Texoma throughout the year. They take part in numerous activities, which include windsurfing, water skiing, sailing, and fishing. On top of that, it is possible to find more than 70 different species of fish living within the lake as well. Some of the most prominent forms of fish include white crepes, catfish, and bass. There are some annual events held near the Lake Texoma as well. Lakefest Regatta, which is held every spring, is a perfect example of such an event. This event is quite popular among college students in Texas and other parts of the country. Greater than read, biggest lakes in California, top 20 greater than. Greater than learn about the largest natural lake in California. 8. Possum Kingdom Lake. The top 5 reservoirs with the clearest water in Texas, according to the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, are. Possum Kingdom Lake is quite popular as park. The main reason for the popularity of Possum Kingdom Lake is that it is the home to Hell's Gate Cliffs. If you are interested in exploring the wonders of natural beauty, Possum Kingdom Lake is a place that you shouldn't forget to visit. On the other hand, Possum Kingdom Lake is located next to the Possum Kingdom State Park as well. Hence, people come to Possum Kingdom Lake with the objective of taking part in water sports, such as fishing and boating. The lake is located around 40 minutes of drive from Fort Worth in the north direction. The lake is covering a total area of over 8,000 hectares. It is a lake located more than 400 meters above sea level. Due to the same reason, you can discover how a unique ecosystem has been created around this lake as well. Possum Kingdom Lake is a picturesque lake as well. That's mainly because of the cliffs that are located next to it. On the other hand, the surrounding rolling hills and clear water are contributing a lot towards the natural beauty of Possum Kingdom Lake. There are numerous good-looking homes constructed around the lake as well. If you are coming to Possum Kingdom Lake, you can think about staying at the Cliffs Resort and Spa. It is offering fascinating views of the lake during the stay. Greater than read, biggest lakes in North America, top 20 greater than. Greater than learn about the Lake Michigan, the second largest of the Great Lakes by volume. 9. Lake Austin. Among the highland lakes that you can find within the state of Texas, Lake Austin is holding a prominent place. This lake is covering a total area of 647 hectares. The lake was established along with the formation of Tom Miller Dam back in the year 1939. This lake is belonging to the Colorado River. However, it is also being fed by the overflowing water from Lake Travis. Lake Austin is another popular tourist attraction in the region. You can find how people come to Lake Austin with the objective of engaging with fishing and boating. You will never regret the idea of fishing on the Lake Austin. That's because Lake Austin is having a massive population of bass. Most of the fish that you can catch would weigh over 10 pounds. Some other popular recreational water sports that you can find in Lake Austin include canoeing, water skiing, and wakeboarding. Most visitors from Lake Austin go ahead with camping in the Emma Long Park as well. This is where they will be able to get the maximum benefits of coming to the Lake Austin. That's because it is possible for people to soak up the sun while staying at the beach and play some games. Greater than read, best small Texas beach towns, top 10 ultimate list greater than. Greater than learn about Matagorda, that is one of the most beautiful beach towns that you can find in Texas. 10. Lake Travis. Lake Travis is located on top of the Colorado River. In fact, this lake can be found in the central region of the state. This is another man-made lake that you can find within the state. It was established along with the construction of Mansfield Dam. The Lake Travis is having a shoreline that extends up to 400 km. Moreover, it is covering a total area of 7,660 acres. Among the most popular lakes that you can find within the state of Texas, you can find the name of Lake Travis as well. That's because there are numerous recreational activities available for the people to take part in while they are at Lake Travis. For example, you can find how thousands of people coming to the Lake Travis every single year to take part in recreational activities. The most popular recreational activities that you can find in the lake include scuba diving, boating, and swimming. On the other hand, you can call Lake Travis the home to many fish species, such as sunfish, catfish, and bass. In the lengthy shoreline of Lake Travis, people can spend quality time picnicking and camping. On the other hand, the Lake Travis is the main lake that you can find in Hippie Hollow Park. This is one of the most popular destinations for nudists. On the other hand, we can see how the gay and lesbian community is organizing numerous events near Lake Travis throughout the year. Splash Day is a perfect example of such an event. Greater than read, 20 best bass fishing lakes in Texas. Greater than. Learn about Lake Palestine. That is an excellent location to start if you're wondering how to catch bass in Texas. 11. Lake of the Pines. Lake of the Pines is one of the most beautiful lakes that you can find within the state of Texas. That's because the lake is surrounded by pine trees. That can also be considered as a reason behind the name of this lake. You can consider Lake of the Pines as a popular place for fishing. People who engage with fishing by the Lake of the Pines will be able to proceed with catching numerous varieties of fish, including chain pickerel, catfish, white bass, and largemouth bass. On the other hand, it is covering an area of 756 square kilometers. Hence, you can include this among the list of largest lakes in Texas as well. Around the Lake of the Pines, you can find numerous marinas. Hence, boating is quite a popular activity among people who visit this lake for recreational purposes. It is possible to simply walk into one of the marinas and hire a boat. Camping grounds, boat ramps, and parks are all around the lake. Hence, no person who comes to the Lake of the Pines for recreational purposes will end up with disappointments. An interesting fact about Lake of the Pines is that you can find 7 different parks around the shorelines of the lake. Hence, it is a perfect spot available for people who wish to go ahead with camping adventures. The parks are offering all basic facilities needed for camping, such as restrooms, playgrounds, boat ramps, and picnic tables. Greater than. Read 20 best weekend trips from Dallas that you will never forget. Greater than. Learn about the La Cantera Hill Country Resort. 12. Lake Granbury. If you can drive for half an hour from Fort Worth, you will be able to access Lake Granbury. This man-made lake was constructed back in the year 1969. In fact, the lake was created along with the establishment of a dam across the Brazos River. The Lake Granbury is having a total area of 3,350 hectares. Moreover, it is offering a massive shoreline that has a length of 221 km as well. The Lake Granbury looks quite different from a traditional lake. That's because it has a long and narrow shape. The lake is quite popular among people who engage with boating, waterboarding, fishing, and water skiing. This is a relatively deep lake as well. In fact, the depth of the lake averages around 23 meters. Due to the same reason, you can find numerous varieties of fish living on the lake, which include catfish and bass. On top of that, you can find long-nosed gars and sunfish as well. Around the Lake Granbury, you can find 5 different recreational areas. These recreational areas are offering all the facilities that the visitors would need to have a comfortable stay. For example, you can find playgrounds, picnic areas, walking paths, restrooms, and camping grounds. You will also be able to call this one of the most picturesque lakes in the state of Texas. Hence, people who are looking for the largest lake in Texas that is filled with natural beauty can think about visiting all the way to explore Lake Granbury. Greater than. Read 5 best fishing getaways for couples in Texas. Greater than. Learn about outdoor fishing adventures by the ocean. Galveston is the best option available out there to consider. 13. Lake Conroe. You can reach Lake Conroe by driving for around 60 from Houston in the north direction. Any person who wishes to get lost in the natural beauty can think about visiting Lake Conroe. It is running all the way through the piney woods forests in eastern Texas. You can call Lake Conroe a beautiful lake. That's because the entire lake is surrounded by hills and trees. You can also find numerous outstanding looking houses that are located around the lake as well. If you are into golfing, Lake Conroe would be a great destination for you to visit. That's because there are numerous golf courses located around the lake. Along with them, you can also find the presence of some fabulous bars and restaurants. The Lake Conroe is having a total area of over 85 square kilometers. Right next to the lake, you can find the Houston National Forest. Moreover, you can discover a total of 10 marinas, where you will be able to rent a boat and have a great time. The most popular recreational activities that are being held in Lake Conroe include water skiing, wakeboarding, fishing, and jet skiing. You can find all the equipment needed to take part in these activities near the lake. Greater than. Read Top 5 Best Private Golf Courses in Texas to Visit. Greater than. Learn about the Butterfield Trail Golf Club is one of the largest private golf clubs that you can find in Texas as of now. 14. Eagle Mountain Lake. Eagle Mountain Lake is located on the Trinity River. This is a lake that you can discover in the northern region of the state of Texas. One of the most interesting facts about this lake is that it is located around 200 meters above sea level. The Eagle Mountain Lake is covering a total area of over 3,500 acres as well. The Eagle Mountain Lake is quite popular among people as well because of the recreational activities available for them to engage with. The most popular recreational activities that you can find in the lake include kayaking, water skiing, and wakeboarding. On the other hand, Eagle Mountain Lake is quite popular among people all around the country as a popular destination for boating. That may be due to the presence of some of the famous boat clubs, including the Fort Worth Boat Club. The boat clubs located on Eagle Mountain Lake are holding national and international regattas throughout the year. Among the recreational activities popular at Eagle Mountain Lake, fishing holds a prominent place. Some of the most prominent variants of fish that you can find here include channel catfish, largemouth bass, white crappie, and white bass. On the other hand, fishermen who are at Eagle Mountain Lake tend to use ramps and go ahead with fishing. You can find picnic areas located near Eagle Mountain Lake. Coming to Eagle Mountain Lake will never be a disappointing experience. Apart from the recreational activities stated above, you will notice how the surroundings of Eagle Mountain Lake have numerous campgrounds, restaurants, and walking trails. Greater than read, bucket list, 50 things to do in Texas ultimate guide greater than learn about things to do in Texas during summer. 15. Lake Amistad. Lake Amistad is a perfect looking reservoir that you can find in the state of Texas. This reservoir is located in the place where the Rio Grande is meeting Devil's River. In fact, it is located around 19 kilometers northwest direction of Del Rio. Lake Amistad was constructed back in the year 1969. Along with the formation of the Amistad Dam, Lake Amistad originated. The lake site in the southern region of Texas state. In fact, it is along the Mexican border. This region was quite popular among indigenous Americans back in the day. If you can explore caves around the lake, you will be able to find their paintings. As of now, Lake Amistad is quite popular among people in the country for its natural beauty. On the other hand, the Lake Amistad is quite popular for recreational activities as well. Fishing is the most popular recreational activity that you can find here. Both international and national fishing events take place at the Lake Amistad. Some other examples of activities include scuba diving, water skiing, and swimming. You will be able to enjoy them while you are at the Lake Amistad. On the other hand, you can discover more than enough boat ramps around the lake. On top of everything, people are getting attracted to the natural beauty of the lake, which offers many other adventures such as camping and hiking. 16. Lewisville Lake. If you are interested in visiting one of the largest lakes in Texas during the summer, you may think about visiting Lewisville Lake. This lake is crowded with people during the summer months. However, you will still be able to get numerous opportunities to enjoy yourself during the time that you spend. To access Lewisville Lake, you will have to get to Lewisville and drive in the northern direction. The very first name given to this lake was Dallas Lake. It was constructed back in the 1950s. However, the lake was later expanded, and the name got changed. As of now, Lewisville Lake is covering a total area of almost 12,000 hectares. Around the lake, there are numerous rolling hills and trees. On the other hand, there is a total of 9 bridges that are crossing the lake. People who wish to come to this lake will even be able to access it via the A-Train, which is fully managed by the Denton County Transportation Authority. There is an excellent shoreline near Lewisville Lake. This is the home to multiple camping facilities, lodges, golf courses, and restaurants. Moreover, you may call Lewisville Lake an ideal location for water skiing, waterboarding, and fishing. You will be able to go ahead and catch lots of crappies and catfish while you are fishing at Lewisville Lake. 17. Lake Whitney. Lake Whitney is a quite popular attraction among the local residents who are living in Texas. It is a perfect place for them to visit throughout the entire year to engage in recreational activities. Some of the most popular recreational activities that you can find here include jet skiing, water skiing, and fishing. On the other hand, you will also be able to find multiple land-based activities. The most popular land-based activities are camping, hunting, and playing golf. The total size of the Lake Whitney is 96 square kilometers. It is located on top of the Mile River. This is a man-made lake that was created back in the year 1951. In fact, people created this river with the overflown water from the Brazos River. The stay at Lake Whitney will never be a challenging one because it is offering all the basic facilities. For example, around the lake, you can find numerous resorts and lodges. If you wish to be more adventurous, you can reserve one of the camping grounds located next to the lake. You can find playgrounds, swimming pools, golf courses, and tennis courts by the lake. Hence, the time you spend near this lake would never be a boring one. You can find a shoreline of 362 km by Lake Whitney. This shoreline has marinas, boat ramps, and beaches. You can also get yourself exposed to some stunning views as you spend your time on the shoreline. 18. Lady Bird Lake. You can find Lady Bird Lake in downtown Austin. If you are looking for a picturesque getaway to enjoy your weekend in downtown Austin, Lady Bird Lake would be a great place to visit. Around the lake, you can find multiple trails, parks, restaurants, and hotels. The largest part of the city is located next to this lake as well. The name of Lady Bird Lake was given after a former lady named Lady Bird Johnson. She was one of the residents from Austin, who spent a considerable amount of time in here. This is another large lake, which is covering an area of 189 hectares. When compared to the location, you can call this one of the largest lakes in Texas. The most popular recreational activities that you can find in Lady Bird Lake include rowing, canoeing, dragon boating, and kayaking. On the other hand, this lake is covered with magnificent sceneries. However, it is important to understand that it is not allowed to use any motorized watercraft on the water. 19. Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake is one of the most popular recreational centers that you can find within the state of Texas. It is the home to 8 different parks. On the other hand, the lengthy shoreline that covers a distance of 130 km is offering multiple activities for the people to engage with. Some of the most popular activities out them include boating, swimming, picnicking, and camping. Constructions of Canyon Lake were completed back in the year 1958. In fact, the Canyon Lake was completed for controlling floods that were affecting this region. Regardless of that reason, this is a massive lake that covers a total area of 33 square kilometers. It has a depth of 38 meters as well. To access Canyon Lake, you should be driving around 25 kilometers from New Braunfels in northwest direction. This is a quite popular destination for city dwellers. That's because they come here during the weekends to have quality time. Due to the same reason, you can find how numerous camping grounds and resorts are available around Canyon Lake. If you are planning to come to Canyon Lake during a weekend, you need to make sure that you book early, so that you will not be missing out on the opportunity to have the best time. You can discover multiple trails around Canyon Lake as well. If you are feeling adventurous, you may go ahead with these trails. Then you will be able to enjoy the natural beauty of the lake along with the hikes. 20. Lake Tawakoni. If you can drive 50 miles from the DFW Metroplex, you will be able to reach Lake Tawakoni. This is among the largest lakes of Texas as well. That's because it is covering a total area of almost 38,000 acres. Along the lake, you can find 37.6 acres of oak forest as well. Moreover, you can find 5 miles of lakeshore and sandy beaches on it. Hence, Lake Tawakoni will be a great getaway for people who are interested in exploring the natural beauty and having quality time along with loved family members. Water that you can find at Lake Tawakoni is ideal for boating and swimming. You will be able to rent a boat without encountering any challenges. On the other hand, it is possible to rent one of the camping grounds at Lake Tawakoni for spending a weekend. It would be a perfect weekend getaway that you can enjoy by the waters. You can also find numerous hiking trails around Lake Tawakoni. In fact, these hiking trails have a total distance of over 5 miles. People who go ahead with these hiking trails can have a great time with bird watching. If you can rent a bike, you will even be able to take part in mountain biking. Final words. Now you are aware of the biggest lakes in Texas. This list includes the largest man-made lake in Texas and the largest natural lake in Texas as well. As you understood from this list, Texas is a perfect state available for anyone to have quality time with natural beauty. You will be able to plan how to visit these lakes and ensure that you are getting the most enjoyable experiences offered out of them.